In our Beginner's Guide to Embroidery mini-series, we've covered choosing a machine, stabilizers, needles, embroidery thread, and now we're going to cover hooping. Hey everybody, Tricia here with Sewing Parts Online. Welcome back. I appreciate you coming to watch the 5th installment of this mini-series. Now I'm going to just come right out and tell you, this is an art, and it's one that I've not yet mastered. So bear with me. So let's start with the basics. This is an embroidery hoop. It has an outer ring and an inner ring. In order for your machine to stitch a design, it has to have a canvas. And just like any type of art, the canvas has to be prepared properly in order for things to go along smoothly. If your fabric isn't properly hooped, the finished product, otherwise known as a stitch out, look at you going and learning embroidery lingo. It's going to be a mess and have like puckering and misaligned designs. I want to encourage you that even if it's not perfect the first time, that doesn't mean that you can't embroider. We all have to start somewhere. It just takes time and practice. You may often see directions that state, lay down your stabilizer, lay down your fabric, place on the inner ring, and then push it down and then pull the fabric until it's nice and tight, and then tighten your screw. The fabric may look right, but I'm going to show you why this is wrong. Here I have a lightweight knit that I drew some chalk lines on so you can have a visual. When I pull the fabric, it gets really wavy. What you're trying to achieve is a nice taut surface, but not stretched. With those tips in mind, let's get started. I want to show you a few examples using a variety of stabilizers and several different fabrics. So let's start with the woven fabric and the tearaway stabilizer. The reason I'm starting with this option is because personally I find it the easiest. Because woven fabric doesn't have as much stretch, you're less likely to get those waves. First, lay the bottom portion of your hoop on a flat surface. Then lay your stabilizer. When hooping, you want the stabilizer to be slightly larger than the hoop, followed by your fabric. No wrinkles in the fabric. Place the inner ring on. I like to start from the top and work your way towards the screw. Again, fabric is taut but not stretched. Think of it as the fabric being in a neutral state. The correct tension is achieved when it's not too tight, but it's secure. You want to achieve almost a drum effect. I find that knits are a little harder to use. I usually end up having to re-hoop several times before I get it right. It doesn't have to be perfect the first go around, or the second, or the third. Even if you've been embroidering for a long time, oftentimes hooping takes longer than actually embroidering. Give yourself some grace and know that it is achievable. Just practice, practice, practice. If you're unsure which stabilizer to use, make sure you do go back and check out episode 2. There's a lot of good information in there. The next method that I want to show you is using a water-soluble stabilizer as a topper. So what you're doing is putting down your stabilizer first, and then you're going to be putting your fabric followed by this water-soluble stabilizer. And in this case, we're going to be calling it the topper. This works really well when you have a plush or fluffy fabric, because if you stitch directly on the towel, your stitches could get pulled into the fabric and they kind of go away, or it just looks messy. So using the topper, it gives the foundation for the stitches and you get really nice results. The best part of this stuff is simply add water and it goes away. It's a little sticky at first, but once you wash it, it's completely gone. Because I had difficulty hooping that thick towel, I removed it from the machine completely and then I carefully cut a top section of the topper off so I could stitch directly on the towel. I wanted to give you that comparison with the topper and without. Have you used a water-soluble stabilizer as a topper before? The first time that I used it, I was really excited. Comment below, I'd love to hear. Another method that you may have heard of is called floating. Floating is a technique embroiderers use when the item they want to embroider is maybe too small, or it could be too thick, something that's just unhoopable. Basically, to float, you hoop your stabilizer only, and then you attach your item to the stabilizer. You can attach it in several different ways. Personally, I like to use a product like the Sulky Sticky Plus. It's more like a sticker, so you're actually going to remove the top and then have an exposed adhesive where you can just slap the fabric directly on it. Another great option is using an adhesive spray. When using this, you want to be in a well-ventilated area, and you also want to hold it about 6 inches away when you're spraying. I like to take a big box, put my project directly in there, and then spray in there, because this has a tendency to have some overspray and you can get some sticky residue. It works really well, it's just a little messy. If you don't have either of those, you can always pin or baste it directly onto the stabilizer. This one kind of weirded me out at first because I figured you have to have your fabric in the hoop, but it actually works really well and it's pretty convenient. If you have a lot of issues hooping, you may want to take a peek at the snap hoop. You simply lay down your stabilizer, your fabric, smooth everything out, and then place the top piece on. They're really convenient, however, they're machine specific, so if you need help finding one for your machine, please feel free to reach out to us. Also, be very careful when you're placing the top piece on. It's a very powerful magnet and your fingers can get pinched. Ask me how I know. Unfortunately, you can't use whatever size hoop that you want. In episode 1, I do cover that topic. If you haven't seen that episode yet, make sure that you go back and check it out. I hope that you're learning something from this series. In our final video, we are going to go from start to finish on a project, applying everything that we've learned. I hope that you can join me. Until next time.